So this is me using my phone. I open my app. I've already saved my fonts into Design Space. They're already the correct size for a 11.5 by 11.5 by sheet. And my phone wanted to be funny, so we're not gonna play these games. But we did the things, and that's how they look post-print. I did all the things. I put my vinyl on my green sheet, 12 by 12. And then I ran it through my printer, and it took forever, but that's okay. And then we'll step into the next phase of my process. So we're using this one, the little weeding tool, tweezer, toward the end scissors, Dollar Tree contact paper, and a scraper. God, kids are eating on my, never mind. I always start in the corner. And it's just Oracal 651. For the most part, like, you know, certain names and numbers with different fonts peel better. Like that T didn't come down. We'll fix that. So this is Constantine. Look, don't Google me with my last name. CW. Maybe I should put some internet. Who knows? So that D didn't come up. See that? I'm gonna take my tweezers. I'm gonna pull that up, and I'm gonna set that to the side. So I gotta get the rest of this. Came off my mat a little bit. Such is life. So I do, when I do like names here, and I will probably explain this in the front of the video. Then I do whole names, and I do initials. Like I just do like a whole bunch of different stuff when I do their name decals. And you know, not so much so someone can like abduct my children, but you know, like their notebooks and the stuff that doesn't come back from the school. And even, you know, if you have like an older parent in a nursing home, you can, you know, put decals on their stuff. So, oops. Look, if I knock this camera over, I'll talk about it. And the one thing that I have learned, and it just works for me, I've never seen it, but once I get through majority of my vinyl, I cut it off, so that way I'm not worrying about this sticking to the end of it and pulling off the other stuff. Could definitely be wrong, but it works for me. Like this right here's not coming. There it goes. And I always just make my vinyl one big ball. And again, it's Oracal 651. I've literally, other than like a few letters, I've just peeled it off. Oh, shucks. Nope, my D's right there. So, Woodward, Constantine. I'm going to take my D, and when you cut, there'll always be like a little outline. And I will just put this one right. So these are my decals before I weed the middle. Obviously, you don't put them on like that, but I always get the bigger of the vinyl off first. And Cyrocon, I can hear you in my background. Be quiet. Just kidding. They're 7 and 4. That's what they do. 4 minutes. Not even long. I have learned which fonts are easy to peel and which fonts are not. So if you're someone who's like trying to Cricut for profit, I don't promote the ones that aren't easy to peel, because I'm not doing that. Like if I can't pull it off in one swoop, that's not an option, as these metals are being difficult. I know some people, they get like the little ring on their finger. I mean, I guess it might help. My carpet wouldn't look like trash if I did, but I don't. You just get all the innards. Oh, I get that one. Sometimes I just stick my innards to the side of that mat. 3-4 innards at one time. I mean, if you don't like to weed, I mean, there are different options. Sublimation. There's all this new stuff coming out. Like, you really don't have to, but I mean, I don't mind it. Knock on wood, I haven't had any real complaints about any of the 651 vinyl. I have cups from, you know, almost 2 years ago that I hand washed in backpacks and lunch boxes. So if you apply it right, it's really not. It says a certain vinyl has a 3-year shelf life. The other vinyl has a 6-year shelf life. But technology will change before 3 or 6 years, and it will be, sorry, I'm making a mess. It'll be obsolete. Look at that, my face is on there. I probably missed a few. And my youngest, his name is Constantine. He goes by Con. I can do his lunchbox, his backpack, his notebooks. I can wrap his darn name around his pencils. And he goes, okay, well, no. See, I don't want to try to play me. This way was on camera. Let me wait, I might not win this battle. Oh, shucks. So this will go somewhere less important. Oh, come on. But it will still go somewhere. Sorry. Alright, so hold on, I missed one. Shoes and relax your feet. Down. I don't own the rights to that song either. It's my favorite. Just can't get. Hold on, let me. Oh, look at that T looking real questionable. And you just fix it. Like, vinyl is very malleable. Okay, maybe this T don't want to be. Fine. Oh my God. 5, 4, 3. Okay. Smaller names, shorter names, nicknames. Like, you can do all the things and not be on the Facebook and feel like you're being judged, or on the YouTube or the Instagram. That was like, what, 4 or 5 minutes? Oh, I missed the football. snacks, school supplies, the things that don't come home. I know a lot of schools do group supplies, so you can't. If you have someone in a nursing home, that's always an option. Just for, you know, work purposes at your job, you want to put your name on your stuff like it's a thing. So the last thing I would do with this, depending on the situation, is I would like pull the names off individually. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to make him a whole sheet. And I do not have, sometimes I be prepared. So I find it, again, Dollar Tree contact. You can do like the fancy, the online contact paper. It's going to definitely give you a better stick, a better transfer. But for the purposes of the internet, we're just making an example. And some people, so when I do like decals and stuff, I like to keep them on the board. It just gives me a little more, I mean, it'll be strong on the table, but for me, it feels better when I'm, you know, because when I usually do my initial pull, I'm sitting on the couch. So I'm just, full disclosure, like, I pull it out of my machine, I'm looking at the YouTube trying to figure, never mind. I'm watching something on Netflix, just having a good time. I don't sit at a table to work. Unless it like really requires me sitting at a table. I have to be comfortable. Take my little, and I'm gonna pull my plastic off. Maybe. I don't know. And you always want to do one last look, because I clearly missed a couple A's. Y'all didn't tell me. And that's okay because it's not even a live video. But I missed this A. Get that A out of there. No. Get that A. Oh my goodness. I wasn't ready. But I was though. Let me get that A. Some people, they buy the light bright thing, whatever, so they can see where they've missed stuff. I didn't. So I just have to make sure I look at it. So I know how his name should be spelled. And when you're like, if you're one of those people who takes orders and does things for other people, make sure you know how them names are spelled. Then I'm going to take my, I'm old, day one heifer. Oh my God, don't get stuck to me. Like to get it right on the bottom. And just, oh shucks. In a perfect way, when I didn't already screw it up, I like to just peel my way up. I'm gonna edit that out. No. Maybe I'll just leave that in. Who knows? I like to just peel my way up slow. So then when I go to use it, you know, if I want to pull your mat away from your vinyl, not your vinyl from your mat. If I want to use it personally, you know, I can just cut around everything. If I'm sending it to somebody else, I found that when you roll it this way, the vinyl comes off the plastic easier. But again, I want to put Constantine here. I want to put Constantine there. I want the CWs. I'm not going to deal with that because it's making me mad. But, you know, I get my vinyl off, and again, I cut it in smaller sections so I can put it where I want to put it. But I have like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Don't come for me in my math. But you can put them all with different fonts on a sheet and go from there. Oh! I don't broke my stand. It's okay. But that's just how I do like a basic decal set. You can do other things, footballs, basketballs. If they're not into sports, maybe you don't want to do like the Letterman jacket stuff. You want to do like something more cursive and fancy because she's a little girl and she's like princess stuff. But like these are like the first 12 things I did when I got my machine. Like I practiced weeding, I practiced using the transfer paper, then I, you know, upgraded to the more expensive transfer paper, the more expensive vinyl. So this is just, for me, in my opinion, a good starter for new people. You can take these and, you know, why is that stuck? You can put like little decals like on a cup or something just to practice, you know, soak them in alcohol, hit them with some water real fast. I said that backwards. Soak them in water and soap, hit them with some alcohol, and, you know, just practice, you know, finding your setting, what you think is comfortable, what you think it should look like. I use decals like these on cups, mugs, like all the things. And again, backpacks, school supplies, you know, whatever the case. We're moving. I'll put these on everything. I don't trust those people in Texas. But whatever, if you like this video, share this video, subscribe. And I want to do more. I might be MIA while we finish this move, but criticism, well, not really criticism, but like some positive feedback, some critiques, things I can do better, I really would appreciate it. I appreciate you for tuning in. Sorry about all my my mishaps, because like I'm not that person. I will see you soon.